everyone, to Annapolis, Maryland, and the Naval Academy, where we're honored to watch some of the nation's finest square off on the gridiron. Today, two teams get set to square off in an intra-conference battle in the American. As we'll see, the UAB Blazers taking on a team looking for its first win, the Navy Midshipmen. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Blazers will put total leather and we'll get started. He'll bring it out. It's Reddick. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Navy Midshipmen will go on offense first to start this game. Every team. Impact players, what traits are you looking for? Comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well together.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The midshipmen looking for a chunk play on 3rd and long. Harris will throw. Here's a heat. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down. Navy will have to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. So the UAB Blazers offense will go to work for the first time. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Throws for the tight end. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Blazers will line up to punt it away.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job.
Trickery and deception. They snap it to the up man. He's not going to get there, and they'll turn it over on downs. The fake doesn't work. This offense has it with really good field position. To the ground with the back. There he goes. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Navy comes to the line facing second and short. The give to the tailback. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Navy will try to fight its way out of this hole here on second down. From the gun, running back gets the give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Guys, we have a second here to talk about Navy. For a lot of schools facing the hill they climb, you have to work the portal. But don't sleep on the high school recruiting either, David. They got a good three-star running back just this past week.
Yeah, and you create some excitement.
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. Absolutely perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go.
Holds and fires complete to the right. Still running at the 40. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. And the Blazers have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gets it out quickly. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again.
Let's go.
Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, the running back has it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
To the air on second down. Sets up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now puts you in a successful position for third down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
Going for it all. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. Here comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. Good right down the boulevard. And the 3 ball gives us a tie. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Nebraska is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Tommy Frazier, and they are right back in this. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Indiana. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Handoff to the single running back. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Navy needs to come up with a big play on 3rd and long. Harris back to pass. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Blazers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. No
intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, midshipman. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
It's so nice as a quarterback, but it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Gets the back moving. Looking downfield on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Great place to start for this offense. They'll move the tight end. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. At the end of the quarter, Navy has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down.
Here we go.
Harris will throw. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
Finds the tight end. That's some old school, hard-nosed, tough running as he powers his way to the 30.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing there.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. Interception of the day.
I'll tell you something, in college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute baller.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll give it to the back. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. The midshipman looking for a chunk play on 3rd and long. Here's the handoff. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. Just drives it between the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. And that one goes incomplete, but there is a penalty flag, and they might have gotten him for OPI. We've got pass interference, but this time it's on the offense. They go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Blazers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Snagged out of the air. At the 45 on his way. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Looking to buy time. He'll get rid of it. Connection to the right. Breaks into the open. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. The Blazers are on the move. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Finding open areas. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
At the 19.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got to burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. It's complete to the right. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And his offense has put together a really nice drive, man. You really want to pay this off. Obviously, third down approaching. Got to be smart with the football, but we want to cut into this lead as much as possible. Down a couple possessions. This will be huge right before the half.
He's got it still on his feet. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. And the Blazers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus in on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat me.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Touchdown, UAB. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
Navy now in trouble here on 3rd and long. Harris back to pass. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it, and you could tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Wants to go up top. Grabs it in the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. They'll try to power their way ahead. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 22. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Blazers have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. It's complete on the right side. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the 2nd half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. Pulls it and fires to the left. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top. Extending the play. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Blazers.
And I just love the offense managing the clock in that situation, David. There was absolutely no panic. Calm, cool, and collected all the way down the field, scoring the touchdown, and now giving themselves an opportunity to take the lead in there at halftime.
And the other side of that coin, Palmer, is the defense, man. Like, we got to keep them in bounds. We got to make sure we're not giving up big plays. They can throw it over the middle of the field. The clock's our friend, and they didn't execute good enough down the stretch of that drive to force a field goal.
And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you have been calling a great broadcast today from there in Annapolis.
Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. As they get ready to start this third quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to believe it. Keep playing fast, keep playing physical, and then tell your offense, hey, we need a little help over here. Can you help us out and put some points on the board?
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. And the Blazers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. The run from the shotgun. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
The Blazers line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And here comes the punt team. They fake it again. Pretty soon you keep faking it. It's not really a fake.
They had the exact look they had practiced for and what they wanted. The up man gets the snap directly. He's able to use the speed, get the first down, and the chains are moving.
And the Blazers are moving quickly down the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Get it out on the screen. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And, man, that's frustrating for an offense. You got a little something going. You had a little bit of momentum, but they've got to do a better job of protecting their guy, keeping him upright, letting him go make some plays for this offense. That's the only way he's going to get hot. They got to give him more time.
Fires to the right. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Blazers will punt this one away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. And here comes the Navy offense. pass will throw. Makes the catch. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
He's got the back in the middle.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
The midshipman could get really aggressive here on second and short. Off the play fake. Caught behind the line. It's Cole. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. On the ground, it's Jimenez. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Navy needs to come up with a big play on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Best. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Harris back to pass. He makes a grab. Touchdown, Navy! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Nice pitch and catch. This receiver and quarterback have done this thousands of times. Finds the open man, throws a strike. The receiver does the rest, gets into the end zone.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Looks like he's going to bring it out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking to throw on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. Now he'll fire back into the middle. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously... give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. He's got it. Touchdown, midshipman. He got a step and just dusted the field.
quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Gives it on the option. He's past the 30. Still on his feet at the 45. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Gives it on the option. Creates a little room. What a run. Gets it inside the 40 and out of bounds at the 36. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Wants to throw on first down. He'll take a shot. And that ball is caught in the back of the end zone, but the officials are signaling incomplete. He was out of bounds. We've reached the break, and Navy holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Back to pass. Shoots it to the left. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
And listen, everything's 4-down territory at this point when you're trailing by this much late in the game. So it's okay you didn't get the first down there, but now the pressure's on to convert this. Otherwise, it's ball game.
On 4th down, looking to pass. They're working that left side. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. And the Blazers want to crank the tempo. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He caught it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, UAB!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And Navy will go back on the attack. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Harris will throw. Pulls it in. It's Jimenez. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Makes the grab. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Got his man out of the backfield. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The midshipman trying to sail way forward on third and half a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to throw deep right side. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Navy! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. They add a little more to the lead as they are right on the verge of ending this long losing streak. And the extra point makes this a 13-point game here in the fourth. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. SMU is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Doak Walker among the legends to wear that uniform. It's still a one-score game. They're trailing by 8 to Louisville. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
And in this situation late, when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man. Now, don't force the football. You already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
They'll run the option. Now the toss. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be
Turning it on! Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The Blazers will hustle to the line.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
a nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Quarterback now breaking the field. Makes the grab, ready for the first down. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Dances away. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And the QB leaves the pocket and he scrambles out and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football with a relentless chase. I love it. Get to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
Quickly complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. A fourth-quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the looks. Got to score the touchdown on 4th and goal. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And the defense expected the run, and they got it. No gain. He just gets it back to the 2.
And, man, you got to like the swarm of this defense. You've got to get in the backfield, make some penetration, and realize the first guy's not going to always get that big sucker on the ground. Like, he's a big, strong dude. He's breaking tackles, but still swarming to the football, and this defense still gets a tackle for a loss.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The midshipmen looking for a chunk play on 3rd and long. Give to the back. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. Navy will have to punt it away.
Well, the offense is trying to run the football out. They're back in their own end. They're just trying to give them space to operate and to work, but they didn't fool anyone. That defense was ready for it, and they got dominated. Lucky to get tackled at the 1-yard line.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of the explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Fires to the middle. Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown still alive in this one.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. Well, after back-to-back losses, this team is really teetering on.